The economic effects of climate change on recreation in northern Michigan. Atlanta, Michigan is home to Canada Creek Ranch, a family-oriented private club for hunting, fishing, and outdoor recreation. The club spans over 13,000 acres with over 11,000 acres of forest with a variety of oak ridges, aspen, pine, and jack pine. The property houses 5 lakes and a blue ribbon trout stream, along with Canada Creek that runs through the property and gives the club its name. Climate change, or a change in global or regional climate patterns, can severely affect all areas of the planet, and Canada Creek Ranch is no exception. The increased levels of atmospheric carbon dioxide have already damaged our regions. Here we will look at the effects of climate change on the animals we hunt and in the waters we fish, and how our local economies reflect those changes. Atlanta, Michigan is known as the elk capital of Michigan and celebrates their title with an annual Elk Fest every September. White-tailed deer are also in abundance in this area, and although the heavy populations of these hunted animals may make them appear as safe from perils of anything, the National Wildlife Federation reports that extreme weather, disease, and changes in habitat are all potential climate-driven stressors on white-tailed deer. But if climate-driven changes alter the sustainability and location of deer yard habitats, deer may have difficulty finding new, safe areas to overwinter or be forced into areas difficult to protect. In 2012, there were nearly 15,000 deer reported dead in Michigan, resulting in an emergency order to reduce the number of allowed licenses to hunt antlers deer. With 5 lakes on Canada Creek Ranch's property, fishing is a heavily sought-out recreation for club members, but climate change can and will drastically affect the fishing population. The walleye fish, native to the Great Lakes, is at risk for dramatic population decline as warming lakes are decimating their prey, increasing the incidence of toxic algae blooms, and increasing the threat of invasive species. Trout are also found in Canada Creek's lakes, and unfortunately, as air temperature increases due to climate change, the trout are expected to lose habitat, as the cool water they depend on warms and oxygen levels decline. More frequent droughts can further harm trout by reducing stream flow and killing vegetation, which provides shade and that helps cool streams. According to the National Wildlife Federation, in 2011, when the most recent survey of fishing, hunting, and wildlife recreation was done, there was 37.4 million U.S. residents 16 years old or older who went fishing and or hunting. Not only did these hunters and anglers contribute billions of dollars to fish and wildlife conservation, they also pumped nearly $90 billion into the economy and helped support more than 680,000 jobs. In some rural communities, the dollars brought in during hunting seasons alone can be enough to keep small businesses afloat. Canada Creek Ranch is no different. The small population of the club is driven to the area by the thrill of outdoor recreation. If the sport is not there, then the people will not be either, and with them goes their money. Those employed at the ranch for maintenance, governance, and security will be forced out as revenue depletes. The effects of climate change will close the club and ruin the area. The biggest impact those living in the northern Michigan area can make to decrease climate change is to reduce fossil fuel use by using less gas-fueled vehicles and machinery. Fossil fuels pollute the atmosphere with carbon and methane, increasing climate stressors for wildlife. Slowing down the use of fossil fuels will decrease the current rate of climate change. Along with decreasing fossil fuels, we can also invest in clean, wildlife-friendly energy and improve energy efficiency. These include solar energy and sustainable bioenergy. These changes can help the environment minimize and compensate for potential effects on wildlife.